This beautiful locomotive right here started out as an absolute rust trap, non-running, seized up motor ick. Nothing about this thing was good at all. Follow along, I'll show you what it took to get this beautiful locomotive cleaned up, cured of all of its ailments, and running the rails again. I'm Ron with Classic Model Trains. Look at this thing here. It's got the scub on it, the ick all over the place. Not pretty. I mean, it's a pretty paint job. Apparently this is the Alco Century C425 from the information that I found digging online for it. It says right under here it's made in Austria. That's where Roco comes from. This was probably imported under the AHM. Looking at it under here, it's just an entry-level one. It does seem to have the pizza cutter flanges on it, and it's only a two-wheel drive. Pickups are coming off of up there also. You can see them hiding out under here. We don't know anything about it, and it probably doesn't run. I never like to try them out because we don't know how long it's been since it's ran, and I don't want to tear it up. I spent some time looking at it, trying to figure out how to get the body off, and I see that there's these tabs under the front and the rear. Give it a push in, and then a lift up, and there's one at the back. Push it in, push it out, and the front one didn't come unconnected. Come on now. It's very crabby on the front. It's like it hooks, and then it unhooks, and then it unhooks, and then it hooks again. Shouldn't have to work this hard for my supper. They got more tabs on it, like right in here. Sure is kind of acting like it. One here that's stuck. My goodness, that was like pulling a tooth. Jeez. Oh, I did not anticipate that. I thought it would be just like a power truck, and it is not. It's rusty. It's seized up in there. See, that's why we don't run them. Ho, 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 ho. Here, I thought I was going to pick an easy one, and I didn't. What are we going to have to do to get this weight out of the way so we can get down underneath this root around? Somebody did a absolutely horrific soldering job up over here. Golly. It's going to have, well, it's got pickups on the back too for some reason. Well, we're going to have to get these wires out of the way here. I'm going to have to get my big boy chisel tip out. We got to move some heat because of this poor soldering job. Golly. Give this thing about 20 seconds to warm up. And about 35 seconds later, we are ready to go to work. Man, that is a lot of solder. I ain't never healthy enough, that's for sure. Going about learning how this thing works for the first time all by myself here. I'd like to get this weight out of the way. How are we going to go about doing that? Okay, a lot of weight on this thing. It should be seems like it'd be a relatively good puller. Kind of have a feeling that once this motor comes loose, I'm gonna have to get pulled. This is going to the brush right there. So let's unsolder that just to get it out of the way. I'm gonna want to get into this tower. Will this coupler move forward right here to get the drive line off? Oh God, I think I've done something bad. Oh, that I don't believe was the right way to do it, but it worked. Let's come down here and zing this stuff off. There we go. I can see that this bolster right here is being captured in there somehow. It looks like it really wants to move backwards. There, see, half of it's moved, pushing it down, scooting it backwards. Wish I had more Mountain Dew to drink so my hands could shake even more. Must be nervous. I don't want to blow it. Couplers holding it in place. This has got some engineering to it I ain't never seen. This truck cover. Can we unlatch it? Yes, but I still can't get the coupler's got it falling apart on me, and I'm not even looking. I'm gonna do a bad thing. I'm gonna cut this pin off right there so I can get that out. These are super. I ain't never seen them like that before. So this is gonna be kind of a rarity for sure. Yes, does exactly what I thought. Come backwards to pull that out. It's got a catch right there. This goes in there and sandwiches in. Very interesting for sure. Catch right here and here. That's going to open us up. Yes. Two littles, a big, a worm gear with thrust washers. Nice. Are these white things traction tires that are just completely shot? They are. Oh, man. Well, there's the power truck. How are we going to get that seized out motor out of there? This one here, push it in, unlatch the latch, Oh, it's got more power pickups. Just on one side though. Doesn't make any sense. Let's cut this off. So I can work this one out. It's like the front and back are identical. These are insulated on one side, not the other. And it looks like, because this one hasn't fallen out yet, the insulated side is going to go on the engineer's side. Oh, that magnet's, it's got a good magnet in there. I'm trying to figure out how this all latches in. I think we're onto something here. There's two catches right back under here that's holding it in. Push these in. It moves these catches out from underneath this, and it lifts up. This whole thing's like a snap together. That is super, super interesting. What a little teeny tiny motor. I think I'm gonna warm up the old Ultrasonic. This is cast in these colors, so I won't lose those to clean this, clean all these parts up, and hopefully it might get this motor unseized, because it's got the rust going on in it for sure. I'm gonna hand wash this scrub brush, try to get all the ick off of it, and see if we can make this thing come back to life. That was an interesting teardown for sure. After hand washing, oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Loving it. Ultrasonic, this one here, absolutely clean, ready to go. I did ultrasonic this because I wanted to strip some of the paint off so I could repaint it because it looked icky. These guys, all the parts, yep. Even the brass gets cleaned up inside the ultrasonics. They are the absolute bomb, tell ya. Now our motor here, it's quite clean. There's rust between the magnets and the stator windings. And it turns, but if you look at it real careful, you'll see that the bushings are turning with it. So we're seized on the bushings. So I'm gonna have to see if we can get a little oil dripped in there. I don't believe that the armature will actually come out the top of this, will it? No, I don't think so, because the magnets are around it. This gap is pretty big, it might. But I'm going to try to put a little oil in it and see if it might let the bushings spin free, let it soak, do its thing, something. Give that some time here, using Super Lube, multi-purpose synthetic oil in it. We are back. It is the next day now. It turns out I wasn't able to get this armature out of that with the magnets that still connected where they are. And they're rusty on the inside. And I oiled them and I WD-40'd them. But I had to end up using a screwdriver and prying them back off of the rusted area. And then the area underneath there, of course, is buggered up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these little wispy wheels right here. And I'm going to clean up those shaft areas until this thing is spinning real, oh yeah. So I'm going to clean up those areas. I'll probably clean up this area here, the commutators. And then the axles, I'm going to clean these up because they're a pickup on the axles and they were a little rusty. These are the rear trucks. And the front trucks, the traction wheels came out real nice. And they pick up juice on the back side from the wipers. And these are nickel silver and they're clean. They look great. Along with these brasses right here. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a breeze. So I'm going to clean up some of these little areas. We'll be right back after that. Here's some fun facts about Roco. It was founded in 1960 by this fellow named Heinz Rosler in Salzburg, Austria. They started out making these little plastic mini tank series of army equipment, trucks and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Chicken coops were full of bear weight. After exporting these mini tank series of military vehicles to America became successful, then they expanded out into the HO line. Then later on, they expanded out into the N and the TT lines as well. Roco supplied Associated Hobby Manufacturers, AHM, for over 20 years with their products. They started off in the early 60s, around 62, 63, importing in, up until the mid to early 1980s, where AHM had to file bankruptcy. And they liquidated the name and came back as IHC, basically. In 1974 and 75, Lionel HO trains were manufactured by Roco. On July 15th, 2005, the parent company that owned Roco, and there ain't no way I can say this name, it's Model Spiel, I don't even want to, I can't even try it because it's going to sound silly because I can't put the German accent on it. They were declared bankrupt. The creditor company sold it off, they restructured, and they came back as this name, which looks almost to be the exact same, just a little bit different. but they continue to use the Roco name and logo. And then in February 2008, these guys right here, they acquired Fleischmann's from the owner's family, moving production to lower cost factories that could build the things for cheaper. This company finally started to see some profits once again. Roco and Fleischmann still continue to be produced to this day. Roco does more of the HO stuff. Fleischmann does the N and the TT, from what the internet told me, but they could be lying. I've been lied to before. But they're really, really good quality, high-end stuff. And Roco, they've designed their own, like a DCC type of system. It's different or the same. It's supposed to be a pretty high fancy system for all the people over there in the European market. Here's some fun facts about the Alco Century C425 locomotive. It's a 4-axle, 2,400 horsepower locomotive. That's how they figured it out. The first number is how many axles does it have. The next two numbers is the horsepower. 183 of these things were built between April of 1963 and May of 1967. The C424 was intended to replace the RS-27 locomotive, and it was offered as a lower cost option to the C425. 100 extra horsepower. Oh my. Alco was having a really hard time because they tried their best to make nice stuff, and they were just kind of getting blown away by EMD and other locomotive manufacturers at that time. Their pockets weren't deep enough, and they ended up filing for bankruptcy in early of 1969. Since we got the video stopped, now would be an excellent time to do Classic Model Train's Classic Model of the Week. Do you guys know who this is? If you do, type it in the comments down below. If you don't, hang out to the end. I'll let you know who it is. I want to see if this rotor is going to be any good. Horseshoe mode, test it. I'm going to check the segments of the commutator from one to the next. Yes. This one to this one. 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 And then check them to ground. Nobody shorted to ground. That thing should work. Super Lube! Multi-purpose synthetic grease. Comes with its own serving tray right here. Get you a little dab like that. I'm going to put just a little bit, just some, right here on the shaft for underneath that bushing. We don't want it on the outside of the bushing because that could make it slip. Come on now. Oh yeah, that's happy. Get her in here. Do the same over on this side. Just some. Oddly enough, it did come out of here without having to pull the magnets off. I cleaned the fuzz. I took this thing and I got inside here and cleaned the rust out on each side of these plates. I cleaned all these plates up here that the windings are wrapped around to try to increase the magnetismableness of it. These brushes are in place and they've got, what are they? Oh, Jesus. There's a spring under here that I have now just undone. Oh my God. That's exactly what I was afraid of. I don't want it shooting across the room. Ah, la 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 la. They got little tiny keepers on it. Can I remove one brush? I did exactly what I was afraid I didn't want to do, and I did it, and now I'm nervous again because, oh, these are brush keepers right here. If I click this up, I should be able to... Nope, soldered on the end. Dang it. I'm gonna try to work it in. The magnets are pulling the rotor to one side or the other. Get close to the brushes. I gotta get them bent out. This isn't working. Great. Well, now that brush fell out. We'll do one problem at a time. Get the rotor in. It's almost in, and then it kind of hung up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that wasn't nerve-wracking at all. It's got to be pushed in a little more on this side because it ain't in all the way. I can see from my magnifying light there. Give me a little more. There. Now go all the way down. Ugh. So that is spinning nicely. I got to fight to get my brush back in. I guess I should clean up where the brushes... Actually, I should probably pull them out because the brush spring lights right there, and if it's dirty, it ain't going to make good juice. It's got to look like that. Oh, that one wasn't supposed to come out like that. That'd also be a good time to clean the brushes. We see how the brush spring, it just kind of sits in there and does its thing. I'm gonna work on getting this put back together. This one here actually rotted. It's rusted, it missed, because it's supposed to go in there at an L and then bend. What if I got like a paper clip? Oh, I've got some small wire, I can make new ones of these. I'm gonna have to unsolder the wires though, make new ones, because these are pretty shot, and then try to get this all put back together, and I'll come back with highlights of what it's gonna take. Well, here's the new ones I made. Here's the old ones. So I had a full one, so I had a pattern. And this is just some wire that you use for making hand railings with. And the dimension is close enough. This is really going to make a lot of difference too, because man, I don't think that thing probably would have even ran, because the juice wouldn't be able to flow through that. Ain't no way. So what are we going to do? We're going to put a brush in it. Boy, this makes me nervous, because if these break, I'm done. Yes, and it's gonna go in this lock. God, I'm just shaking. I don't know why. It's just a little motor. I don't want an L for my team on this one. Halfway there. This is gonna be the tough one now, because that spring is in the way. Right here. How would a guy compress this and keep it in the compressed mode? So I'm gonna fight doing that, and then I'll tell you how I did it when we come back, because this is a hassle. Tell already. Well, I tell you, I was shaking. Trying to do that, got them all back in there. The first one was easy enough. I had to get the magnifier. I had to get one of these things on my head so I could see what was going on. And I just lightly clamped a vice grip on it to keep it on the table so it wouldn't be scooting all over the place. Then I pushed the one spring in. One side was in, it was easy. The other side, you had to compress the spring, put the brush in, and then you had to hold it all and then slide the little L-shaped thing in. Oh my God. So that's all new. Soldered the leads to it. I made a little map of what color was on what side before I took it apart. Now with my test bench here all rigged up, I'm going to be able to bench test this right here, right now. Right to there, bring it over to here, roll on some DC power. We're doing a 1/2 amp at 10 volts. The other direction. Starts poorly. You really got to juice it up. I gotta let it run for a while and let it just kind of break in. We got 7 volts, still at 1/2 amp. Yeah, not bad. That thing was seized up. Where's it stall at? We're at 4 volts. Yeah, that's where she stalls. Has a stall current. 10 volts. Pulls 1 amp on a stall. It's interesting how the commutators have already picked up ick. Oh, it's from the end of the brushes, yeah. I didn't really want to get on those too hard. I was afraid that they might crumble. Just using a tactical Q-tip here, just a dry one, just to wipe that stuff off. Oh, now we're down to 2.5 volts. Yeah, them brushes will get wore in. It'll really come around. Going to our chassis. I think I'm going to do the trucks first. These rear ones, I made myself a note when I was editing. The insulators are on the engineer's side. That's going to be this side over here. So these guys, oh, I never did clean up these things. Shoot, I got to zing those axles. I forgot to do that. Took the same thing after it. I just touched these just a little bit to clean them up. Got these axles all zinged into shape. And to make it one more better, I'm going to grab up this icky carbon conductive grease that's just a nasty mess every time I look at it. And you don't need much. I want to just put them right there, right where the axle's going to ride. Probably got some on me somewhere. I'm going to take the toothpick and throw it away. It's like hazardous waste. It just pollutes everywhere we go. Let's get a little bit of grease in here. Some super lube. It's where the axles will ride. Insulators are going to go over here. This one over here. Either one of these truck frames, because they're both the same. Loop it through. Let's go to building this front power truck and get it in there. Super lube up these gear shafts. Just some. Doesn't need much. Here, here, here. Give it some there. Big gear, smaller gear, smaller gear. We can throw some grease on the gears. This does look like it's excessive, but it's going to run around the whole thing and spread out. It's on the side of the gear. It ain't doing you any good at all. We've got this little feller here with the thrust washers on it. It's an indicator of a little better product when they care enough to put a thrust washer in. So we're just going to grease up both of these some. This is going to go into this area up here once we get the bushing blocks squared away. Let's give the worm a little oral. So that's the only time we're going to be able to do it is right now. And we are going to snap this thing back together. Yep. That bolster this one here at the same time. Feed this down, back and around, down under here. And then we're gonna slide it backwards like that. And that's how that gets locked in there. The traction tires, they go on the fireman side, and you gotta get them behind these brass pickups. I believe I forgot to grease these areas. Here, for the axles, here. Give it some right there. Sure, just some. To make sure those are in all the way. And then these axle gears, they didn't have any grease on them, so I'm gonna give them just a touch right now. One thing we could test, we got 2 red wires, and I believe that they should both go to the same place, same side of the track. So I go here, and I test these. So this rail, so that red wire, and the red wires on this side, I don't even know why there'd be a pickup up there, to tell you the truth. But if this is the side, this is red, I want this to have the same continuity, and it's got the red wire, so I'm guessing that's gonna be it. So it's got these pickups, the black over here. As long as it doesn't touch these, then we're good. It should not short out on the track. And we're gonna fight putting this back on. Yes, wiper's still in place. Nope, we got one out right there. Whew, doggy. This is one of those 6-finger things here. Yeah, that was a hassle. I'm not gonna lie. Wires down through the hole. Get this wire out the way, like this. And then this is going to snap in. We're gonna feed these wires back up. Looks like I should have done this before I put the front truck in. Right through there like that. Nice. Got this weight right here. I got it painted up looking pretty. How did I get it out? I think I just kind of pried it out of there. One side, other side, yes. Got this, oh wait, the driveline. You know what a feller should have done? I should have put this guy in before I put as I was putting the motor in. It should have been slipped in there. Yes. Ah. This is some tough plastic, let me tell you what. You can really honk on it. Not sure what it's made out of, but foofta. Back in. Ah, Lee. I'm going to work on getting these wires all soldered back up in here. It's just a lot of fiddle farting around is what it looks like, and there's probably no super easy way to go about doing it. I'll be back when I got that stuff all soldered in. Well, let's give it the old test Spinola here and see what's going to happen. Everything's put together. The wiring on the top is boogered back on. It's kind of a sad way to do that. Looks like I handled it so much I broke the handrail. Oops. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Seems to be quieter going this direction. All the weights are on it. Oh man. What are we down to? 2.5 is where she always stalls at. Because I haven't washed this track up here either. You gotta, I mean, look at the lines that it made. I think what we're gonna do is throw this on the Tyco track with some bicentennial cars. Give this thing something to pull. I have to wait for the temperature to go down though some, because it's like 98 degrees outside. Yeah, she's not a creeper. Didn't expect it to be though. Well, this is kind of nice to throw something up on the way out. Watch it go around and around. This Roco's pulling the lawsuits, Tyco lawsuit boxcars. These were all recalled. Oh, a few of them got out, and boy, are they spendy to get a hold of when you find them. And then some people have them and then they sell them, but they don't know what they got, so they give them away, and then guys like to brag about it. Oh, I got my whole set for only 30 bucks. Well, yeah, I suppose. I don't have any of the scenery on it again because I got to paint the streets. Now that I learned how to airbrush last week, and I got the layout and the buildings where this is going to be, now I know where we're going to have everything at, so I'm moving at glacial speed working on this layout here. It's tough since it's relegated to this trailer that we're inside of. We got the storms of brewing out there again. We've been 100-degree days all day and then fierce thunderstorms at the nighttime, but they're spotty. And so far they've spotted all over the place except for me. So I'm pretty happy about that. So this Locomotive came out really nice, and I think it's going to be a real good runner for this 1776 stuff. And yeah, I'm a little late, but that's okay. It'll still run on that layout when we get it out, running around out in the field someplace. And I think with that motor, it's probably going to pull better and last a little longer than a Tyco Power Torque. Just saying, the MU2 was a good one, but boy, they didn't do us any favors with them Power Torques at all. Use this on the portable HO layout when we get going with the thing. Our classic model of the week, 1967 movie, The Graduate, Anne Bancroft. We watched that movie in media analysis back in high school. And I'm kind of thinking that Anne Bancroft's character was probably the first official cougar. Or a MILF. All the 33%ers out there, talk to you guys next week. Around with Classic Model Trains. Thanks for hanging out with us. Want to check out another abstract manufacturer's repair video? Take a look at this one right here.